Now at 6 o'clock, the Woodstock neighborhood Papa Murphy's in Southeast Portland trashed by a man who armed himself with knives that he took from the kitchen. Sunrise reporter Ashley Grams is live at the shop this morning with more on how workers managed to get out of there without getting hurt. Plus,
I had a lot of plans to actually do things and be more active in the program next year, and I can't now.
The curtains are closing on theater classes at a high school in Hillsborough, but the district says that they've had to put a pause on them.
and this is happening right now, live this morning out in Hillsborough. The grand opening of Jollibee happens in just a few hours. But yeah, these people are ready for the opening right here, right now. Why the heck is this place so special? Because quite frankly, I had never even heard of it until about 10 days ago. Coming up, we're going to hear from some of those people out there who have been waiting in line since 2:30 yesterday afternoon.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Friday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. Let's bring Chris and Rod into the mix. Earlier this week, I heard we were going to be out there live at Jollibee, and I thought, why? What's the big deal? And then I was told, well, some people may be out there getting ready for the opening of that restaurant. And this morning, we can't believe how many people are out there. If you're not familiar, we'll tell you all about this place, why some people think it's so special. But before all that, Rodney Hill and his forecast.
They're camping out for chicken. That's what they're doing. I can't really criticize that. Here's a look at our clear sky map over the state capitol down in Salem. We're all waking up to sunshine, including you folks at the coast. 52 degrees is the temperature. The winds faded last night across our region. That's allowed temperatures to cool off. 51 in Portland. A lot of you are in the 40s as you take that first step outdoors. Here's your planner. We'll be 70s at noon. A warm one, 86 degrees expected this afternoon. It'll stay mainly clear for your Friday evening. Here's Chris.
We missed an opportunity to send our Sunrise fried chicken correspondent out to Hillsborough this morning. Let's take you down to south of Wilsonville. I-5 northbound still dealing with this crash near Ellen Road. The road remains open. There still is a little bit of an emergency response getting around that freeway drive, though, across town. This is the Banfield Interstate 84 out near the Hollywood District. Rolling right along there. This is I-5 up near Lombard through North Portland. You can see the sun is out, and that looks good as well. So far, no major freeway trouble out there. Yet, I do want to let you know about this. 217 southbound, the weekend closure starts tonight at 9 p.m. The closure kicks in from Canyon Road down to 99W. That'll be an all weekend long closure for paving. The first of up to 5 weekend directional closures this summer, late spring and summer, for 217 as they continue wrapping up that 217 auxiliary lanes project. Drew, China.
All right, Chris, thank you for that. Our top story here at 6 o'clock. A Southeast Portland Papa Murphy's spent yesterday cleaning up after a man came into that shop, tore it apart, and then threatened the workers behind the counter.
So police say that the store manager got the crew out safely and locked the man inside. Sunrise reporter Ashley Grams joins us live from the Woodstock neighborhood. Ashley, what does it look like there this morning?
Hey, Drew, China. Well, things look a lot better this morning. The store much cleaner, but there's still some evidence of what happened. This boarded up door here and then a sign that says we're closed. Please don't come in. Neighbors told us they hadn't seen anything like this before. One woman saying she was just really sad to see this kind of damage. Now, I do want to show you some video, a broken window, just all these pizza toppings strewn across the store. Police say this happened on Wednesday night when a man identified as 38-year-old Joseph Thompson entered the store, started threatening workers. The store manager was able to get the employees out and lock Thompson inside. Once officers moved in to arrest him, they say he came out of the back kitchen and rushed toward them with 2 knives. Officers locked the doors again, used pepper spray, moved their vehicles to barricade the doors of the shop. Then Thompson started breaking windows, attempting to escape. Police say they worked to de-escalate the situation. Thompson eventually handed the knives out the windows and surrendered to officers.
It's shocking. I feel really sad and distressed to see this.
It's just plain disappointing. Just plain disappointing because, it's, to see what happens to some strange people, what they do. I don't know what's going on in this crazy world.
So Thompson is facing several charges: criminal mischief, menacing, and disorderly conduct. Drew?
Ashley, I'll ask you before you leave here real quick. How were the employees after this whole thing happened?
Yeah, China, we asked the owner that yesterday. He said everyone was able to get out safely. Now you can see a lot cleaner inside here, and they're going to try to reopen the doors later today.
All right, Ashley Graham's live for us this morning there in the Woodstock neighborhood. We also have an update for you this morning on a former West Lynn doctor who's accused of sexually abusing dozens of women and girls. A judge decided that former Dr. David Farley can exercise his Fifth Amendment right to not incriminate himself, excusing him from answering specific questions. So the judge's ruling applies to a deposition in a civil case against Farley. Keep in mind, up to this point, he hasn't been criminally charged. The lawsuit against him, though, alleges that he sexually abused women and girls for decades at the West Lynn Family Health Center. Attorneys for the plaintiff say they're going to keep fighting for their clients despite this latest ruling by the judge.
It's been a long road, and you know what? The strong women and children that we represent, and it's been a very extremely brutally long road, but they remain committed not only for themselves, but for the many women and children that have yet to come forward.
Farley's attorneys argued that forcing him to answer questions in a deposition could be incriminating. The Oregon Attorney General's office confirms for us that a criminal investigation into Farley remains open.
A former Tiger police officer has pleaded guilty to official misconduct after a criminal investigation found that he lied in one of his reports. According to court documents, Jacob Teeney lied about how he accessed text messages on a suspect's phone during a drug investigation. During the trial for that case, an attorney found discrepancy between Teeney's report and his body-worn camera. As part of a plea deal, Teeney resigned and gave up his police certification, which means he can no longer work as a police officer in Oregon.
State police are investigating a shooting that happened along I-5 near Wilsonville. They say they arrested a man already who is accused of shooting at cars between the I-205 interchange and Ellingson Road sometime between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock yesterday morning. Police also identified 2 victims. One of them had minor injuries. Anyone who saw what happened should contact Oregon State Police.
In Central Oregon, hundreds of people living on public land have been given until Sunday to leave as federal officials move to close the area. The Juniper Ridge encampment just north of Bend along Highway 97 is better known as Dirt World. It's also a spot that's managed by the Bureau of Land Management. And neighbors in the area say that more campers have shown up there in recent weeks after the U.S. Forest Service recently forced a group of homeless people off public land southeast of Bend. And here's what the Bureau of Land Management had to say about the growing issue.
We start to get an accumulation of trash. There's an accumulation of human waste because they're not dispersing and going and camping other areas.
Starting this Sunday, roughly 40 acres in that area will be closed off, but we don't know for how long. Deschutes County and the city of Bend say that they're working to help the homeless campers move out.
All right, we're going to take you to the coast for this next story. Astoria police are celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Goonies with this special patch on their uniforms. The Steven Spielberg produced movie was set and filmed in Astoria, of course. A police department social media post said, "Love it or hate it, there's no denying the lasting impact this movie has had on the city of Astoria." By the way, you can buy one of these patches for yourself. They're selling them at the Clatsop County Historical Society, the local Chamber of Commerce building, and Astoria Coffee Company, with some of the proceeds going to the Astoria Police Department's Community Policing Fund. So, Rod, I've got a list here in front of me of the greatest movies ever filmed in Astoria.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving the nod, #1 spot to The Goonies.
Okay.
What would you say is #2? Greatest films ever filmed in Astoria. This is a big one.
I don't know.
Here's a hint. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
Is it a Rocky movie?
No, it's not. That was my Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
It's not a tumor.
Drew, I'm killing you. I'm killing the moment, man. I'm blank.
No,
I'm
not.
blanking
Hey, it's
out.
okay to get these questions wrong. That's what makes them real. Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop was filmed
in Astoria.
Largely in Astoria?
I want to say entirely.
Oh, I did not know that. Is there a third one?
A third movie?
A third movie? Yeah.
No, it's a two movie list.
It's a 2-movie list. Okay. Well, see, I'm usually really good at whatever comes in #5 or #6. That explains why I wasn't very good. Here's a look at our Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera. I'll get it out in Lincoln City. Beautiful sunny Friday we have ourselves. Winds will generally be light today, including the coast, including out in the gorge. Lincoln City reporting 45 and light winds. The bricks are dry, and later today they'll be warm, with temperatures warming well up into the 80s. Right now, 51 is the current temperature. The flags are moving a little bit in downtown Portland. Temperatures most of you, that first step outside in the 40s this morning. Good morning, West Lynn. 48 is where you're at. Canby, 49. Salem's in the 50s, and down in Albany, it is 53 degrees. Here's the forecast map. It's a dry one. No concerns today. We'll be getting toasty in some spots this afternoon. Again, winds mainly light. The Dalles, Madras, and Bend will all be right around 90 for actual high temperatures today. Other than that, everybody hits 80 or better, and we'll be 60, so some areas of the coast getting up to about 70. Here's the latest 7-day forecast for your weekend. Today, 86, mainly clear, beautiful Friday evening. Tomorrow, we start off with sun, but we will cloud up during the day, at least for some passing cloudiness as a weak system comes in. That'll ignite some noticeably breezy northwest winds eventually. We may or may not see a trace of rainfall. The weather models think we just completely stay dry, with any showers being limited up towards Seattle. But keep your eye on when the clouds start to come in tomorrow afternoon, in the evening. Odds are very overwhelming at this point that the Starlight Parade will be dry. We've got comfortable 70s from that new batch of air coming in all the way into the mid part of next week. And on a gorgeous Friday morning, our sunrise show continues in a moment.